Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Coffee and Tarot Time. The other day, I came across an influencer's profile. It was a video, and I don't even remember who she is, or I would tag her. And she started this trend about asking people old wives' tales. And let me tell you, that was the best video I've seen in forever. It was so much fun to listen to everybody and, what their tales were. And a lot of them were the norm, because we have like a little culture from, like 40 years ago. And some other ones were pretty interesting. So if you have some, put them in the comments. I'm curious about them. So I contributed, of course, because with my Polish grandmother, you know her, Nellie had some good ones. And I remember when I was getting married, and she really believed him, so I didn't ever want to mock her. When I was getting married, I wanted to wear pearl earrings. And she said, "Oh, no, you can't. If you wear pearls on your wedding day, you'll cry forever in the marriage." Well, of course, that was true. And I did wear the pearls, but I don't know if one had to do with the other. She also used to say, if you put on anything inside out, you have to leave it for the whole day because it'll bring you luck. Bird, if you ever get a bird in your house, it's bad luck. That one I heard, it's kind of across the board. If you say something to somebody and they're not believing you and then you sneeze, that means it's the truth. So if you have some, we're all witches. We're all witches. We've all come from witches. So if you have some, put them in the comments. It was fun. It was a fun post. It was interesting. And if you could put it in the comments. Okay, Robin Wood. I made a video yesterday, and I don't know what happened, if it was my phone, I didn't have enough storage, whatever the case may be, but it didn't get saved. And then later in the day, I had to fix, iCloud, this, that, the whole thing. And I was a hoarder in certain areas of my phone, so I had to clean all that crap out. But it was a video on not only a reading, but it was explaining how to read tarot. I figured I'd kind of like put the two together and see where, see if you guys show any interest in it. So card of the day is Page of Pentacles. Love the Page of Pentacles. Now, this page is one of our slowest pages as far as motion, timing, so on and so forth. To me, it's always a fall card, okay? Or as we're getting into fall. Now, if you look here, you see the book is on his hip, which means that when you get this card, you're going to learn something, okay? You're going to learn something either about somebody else or about yourself, which is equally important. You see he's staring at the pentacle. Now, pentacles are earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't mean you have to be. It's just earth energy. Everything in this world is run by earth energy and fire energy and water energy and air energy. And in the tarot, there's 4 elements. And you know what those elements are: air, water, fire, air, and earth. You think you know everything off the top of your head till you have to start quoting it. Hopefully I never have to say my ABCs. But anyway, so he's looking distinctly at this pentacle in a couple different ways. He's looking at it as an offer. Should I take it? I'm kind of scrutinizing it, but I'm giving this all my attention. So when you get this card, it means a few things. It means you're about to find out something and learn something, all positive. And you're going to investigate it a little bit further. You're going to be like, oh, let me give it another look. I didn't realize that, And that could be anything. It could be, work. It could be a relationship, whatever it is. But it's like a second glance. And you're going to get news about this. Now, this also has some kind of off meanings too. It talks about someone giving you an apology. And it's kind of like the old-fashioned kind, where a man showed up at your door with hat in hand. Did you ever hear that saying, hat in hand? Saddle off, so it also means that. So you could be getting an apology and you don't react at first, and you see the apology in your hand. You're like, what should I do with this? Because don't forget, pages are messages, okay? Let's think back to the 20s when these fancy hotels had bellboys walking around and they're holding a sign. They're going, paging Mr. Smith, paging Mr. Smith. So pages are messages, okay? So today I would say to you, expect either an apology, expect to learn something about a situation or someone that you did not know. All right. When you get a chance, put it in the comments, all the wives' tales or the old things or anything you can think of that you want to put in there, and let's talk about it. All right, everyone. It's coffee and tarot time. I am the Queen of Wands. Have a great day.